I'm Johnny Lavoie, the consulting hair expert for L'Oreal Paris. How are you, Andrea?
I'm good.
So my question to you is, what do you do to your hair when you want something cool and fun?
Well, lately I've been putting it just, in a high ponytail, sleek back, but I've kind of gone bored with that, so I'm, willing to try new things.
So one of the looks I'm sure you've been seeing with Hollywood and all over the red carpet is the bun. So what I want to do is show you 3 different buns that you can do for 3 different occasions that are all fun and cool. How's that sound?
Great, I've never done buns. I'm always, I do the simple just ponytail, high ponytail, so I'm definitely excited to see what you're going to teach me.
So the first look I want to show you is called the Spanish bun. And the Spanish bun has a look that's a little more polished, a little more sophisticated, and it's usually lower on the hairline. What I use on your hair to start, to get a little volume at the root, just so we have a little bit of a lift, is the Studio Pump and Volume Spray. And it's great because a little goes a long way. You just spray it on the roots and blow dry, and it gives you just enough lift without being a hard, crunchy look. Another thing that will define more of a Spanish bun is a really nice, clean part. I like to part sort of at the arch of the eyebrow.
Oh.
It's a good focal point. So I'm going to use your arch as my guide to put your part in, okay? Now, we want it soft and polished, but we don't want it super severe and slick, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray my brush with some Elnet. And Elnet is a great hairspray for this because it is a brushable hairspray, and it's light, and it's workable. By just spraying the brush and brushing it through, you're gonna get that hold and control without the hair being overly stiff. Just gather the hair into a low ponytail. So after I have it in a ponytail, I'm going to take a bungee elastic and secure your ponytail. Okay, so after you have your ponytail in, I'm going to take a brush, split the ponytail in 2, but I'm going to take it and just put the brush in and push it towards the root, just to give it a little bit of width and texture. And then I'm going to spray it. And because your hair is so long, my little trick for you is to get a hairnet, and a visible hairnet. All you have to do is put it over your bun. I'm going to take my little hook from my bungee and hook the net right in there. And the next thing I'm going to do is just take a piece of hair from underneath, and I'm going to wrap it around to cover the elastic and the base of the hairnet. And then you just go in with a small hairpin and lock it in. We're going to put all your hair into the hairnet.
Okay.
So once you have your hair encased in the hairnet, you're going to wrap it around your 2 fingers and roll it. Once you're to the top, you split it in 2. And with 2 hairpins, you want to lock it in. The hairnet locks it right into place. You don't ever have to worry about little ends poking out. Another great trick is if you have little hairs that have a tendency to poke up, just spray your fingertips with a little hairspray and lightly go over it. And it's a great way to polish off the look. And it's that simple to create a low Spanish bun. So the next bun I'm going to show you is the London bun. It has a cool urban feel, so we're going to show you how to do that one. Okay, I'm going to start the look off because it has a sleek base. So I'm going to just take a little of Studio Line melting gel, just so we can pick up any of those fine little hairs. Okay. And I'm going to apply it right to your dry hairs. Gel doesn't always have to be put on wet hair.
So it doesn't need to be wet or anything before I apply the gel? Okay.
And I'm just going to finger comb it to get that texture. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to start to brush the hair into a high ponytail. Once you have your hair in position for a high ponytail, we're just going to secure it with an elastic. You want it sleek, but not overly perfect. Okay. So now the next thing I want to do is to create a lot of oomph in this ponytail. So I'm going to do that by back combing. And are you familiar with back combing? Do you know how to back comb? Teasing.
Yes.
So you want to get a lot of width in the ponytail. So I'm just going to go in and get that. And this is going to make this ponytail look gigantic, because that's what's going to define the London bun. It's
Okay,
the size of it. So we're gonna go in and spray it with Elnet. And that's just gonna lock it in somewhat. But because Elnet is brushable, we don't have to be
So it doesn't matter how messy it gets.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And we don't have to be concerned with it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is after we've teased it, just brush out the top layer. And you see how easy it is. You can brush through the hairspray.
I'm so surprised how much volume it gave me.
It's a big old ponytail, isn't it?
It is.
So then you're gonna start to lightly twist the ponytail. And as you twist, you're going to start to create your bun.
Okay.
And the thinner ends are gonna go underneath the bun, hold it into place. Then you're gonna go in with some large hairpins and just secure it. One in each side and one in the back. So then what I'm gonna do is go back in with some Elnet, go over it, take a rat tail comb, use the pointy end of the comb, and just balance out the volume. Once you've done that, you can just go in with a couple smaller hairpins, just secure it. So this is the London bun. It's a little less serious than the Spanish bun, but it's really cool and fun.
I love it. It definitely is fun and it feels more like me. Thank you.
So the final bun we're gonna do is called the mermaid bun. And it's called a mermaid bun because it has this sort of tousled, free-flowing look. Now the key to getting this look is texture, texture, texture. So that's what I'm gonna do first.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Elnet to create the texture, and I'm just going to really get in there and get that roughness in the
So
hair.
we're spraying the whole hair.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
you can't get enough of this right now for this look. So, whereas the first two buns had an element of sleekness to the top, this is the opposite.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and encourage even more texture and just
Okay.
massage your root a bit. So we're going to do a side bun, a low side bun. So I'm bringing that hair over to the side.
Okay. And it's fine to keep it separated? Like.
Yeah, you want that separation.
Okay.
And what's so great about these types of buns is there's really no mistakes, you know? I have it in the direction I want it to go, and then I'm just gonna secure it with an elastic. And once it's in the ponytail, going back with my Elnet, pinch, pull, and get a nice balance in there.
So you can make this tight and generally just pull out your hair, you know, as much as you like?
Exactly.
Okay.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bun and I'm going to coil it. So I'm gonna twist
Okay.
a section of hair. So once it's twisted, I'm gonna go in and just separate. So it has those little loops in it. It's a
Okay.
little messing up the twist. After I've done that, I'm going to start to do buns.
Its own little bun. Okay.
So one little bun, you can let the end stick out. And you can use a bobby pin or a hairpin. I like hairpins because it's a lighter hold, not too much tension. So you can take this in about 4 sections
Okay.
and you're just gonna build around. So why don't you try the next section?
Sure. So I'm twirling it.
Perfect. That's exactly it. Yeah, just keep going. You know, you can get somewhat aggressive with it. As long as you're holding the ends, you're not gonna lose the twist.
Okay. I twirl it into.
Yep,
Can I have a pin, please? So that one's
perfect.
secured.
Yep. And while you're working on that one, I'm gonna work on this one. Coil it. There, you can bobby pin your own. So now what I'm gonna do is after I have those sections in there, I'm just gonna go in with some bobby pins and connect the buns so that doesn't look like 4 different buns. So you're gonna take hair from one bun, take hair from the other bun, stick it in. Go in and separate it with your fingers. Finish it off with some Elnet. And you just keep placing pins until you have the perfect balance, and it's that easy to create a beautiful, messy side mermaid bun.
This is really by far, Johnny, my favorite look. It's not me at all, and that's why I like it. I feel like I can wear it anywhere. It's young, it's fun, it's messy.
And the best part is it doesn't have to be neat. flyaways are beautiful.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I showed you 3 different buns. How'd you like?
I liked them all. You know, they all had a different feel. The first one, the Spanish one, had that elegant feel. The London one was definitely hip. I can wear it with my friends. I can wear it, you know, to any occasion. And this one is beyond words. I'm completely obsessed.
Hopefully you can add these to your arsenal of hairstyles so you're not stuck with just a ponytail, a low one, or a high one.
I love them all. Thank you.